The Warzone era changed Call of Duty forever. From gritty realism, tac sprint, doors, armor plates, DMZ, we've seen the franchise evolve, experiment, and sometimes crash and burn. But which of these games truly earned their place in Call of Duty history? And which ones are better left in the gulag? Today, we're ranking every Warzone era Call of Duty game from worst to best. Let's drop in. There was no question about this one. You knew what I was gonna say. Modern Warfare 2 was visually stunning, mechanically sound, and packed with potential that was never realized. Modern Warfare 2 aimed to capture the feeling of old school style Call of Duty titles, but changed way too much in the process. At launch, multiplayer was divisive to say the least. No red dots on the minimap, slow pacing, extremely quick time to kill, and safe map designs drew tons of criticism. But none of those critiques were heard. Warzone 2.0 tried to shake things up with DMZ and proximity chat, but it alienated a good chunk of the core player base and took a long time to get them back. The bright spot here was the campaign. I'm someone who loves linear COD campaigns, and this hit all the notes. Stunning visuals, showcasing spectacular environmental detail, character chemistry and performance. I could listen to Ghost and Soap chirp each other all day long. And the tactical realism of campaigns of old. With all that being said, and no matter how many times I say how bad this game was, I truly did have a lot of fun with it and look back fondly on my time. We got the worst map ever made in Santa Sania border crossing, but we got some great maps like Greenberg Hotel and Mercado. But it would take a lot to dethrone this one for the worst of the Warzone era, so Modern Warfare 2, enjoy 6th place. Let's get this one out of the way as well. Vanguard was a mess. On paper, it was supposed to be the bold return to World War II with a cinematic campaign and a fresh multiplayer. But in reality, it felt soulless. The campaign was cliche-ridden, the maps were uninspired, zombies was bad. And the Warzone integration, as it usually is, was a nightmare. Even as I'm saying this, I'm debating putting this at 6. The game was very bad, but it wasn't all bad. Its most positive aspect was the strong gunplay and pacing. Yes, it was set in World War II, which has usually been a slow setting to play in, but Vanguard dialed the pacing up to 11 with slide canceling and tac sprint. Two features I still don't love, but I've come to terms with them, and they made this game playable and mostly enjoyable. Champion Hill was some of the most fun I've had in a casual multiplayer mode in a long time. A perfect blend of casual and competitive to get the juices flowing. The campaign aimed to showcase the global scope of World War II through a squad of multinational characters, including Soviet sniper Polina Petrova, Aussie demolition expert Lucas Riggs, and American pilot Wade Jackson. While the storytelling was hit or miss, the attempt to highlight lesser-known fronts of the war was a refreshing idea. Still stale, but refreshing. And Vanguard Zombies? I don't even know what to say about it. This proves that not all Call of Duty developers and titles should include zombies in their games. Vanguard had good bones, but suffered from franchise fatigue, a stale World War II setting, and being sandwiched between more popular titles. Not the best game by any means, but still an enjoyable experience. At number 4, we have Black Ops 6. This game had so much potential and started off so hot, but flamed out quicker than any Call of Duty title that I've seen. This could have been one of the best CODs ever. It has amazing gunplay, Omni movement is fantastic, we had classic prestige back and round-based zombies back, but poor developer communication, broken updates, awful maps, more emphasis on the store than ever, and collabs destroyed any hope this game had. The campaign was awesome. It brought the espionage from Black Ops Cold War back, which I really loved, and threw a little psychological thriller in there as well. There were moments that had me jumping out of my seat from legit fear. I can go back and play this campaign and not be bored whatsoever. Top tier for sure. Zombies fans were hyped up for the return of round-based maps, and have mostly been pleased. I think a lot of people, myself included, don't like the Warzone feel to Zombies. Zombies used to feel like its own thing completely, Now it has so many features from other modes that take away from the feel. We got some great maps in Terminus and Citadel, and some fantastic boss fights. We still have one more map to be released in Season 5, so hopefully they can stick the landing. Lastly, the multiplayer. Like I said before, amazing gunplay, awesome movement, but awful maps, piss poor developer communication, and way too much emphasis on skins. But we got Classic Prestige back at least for the first time in the new era, so that's a win. Black Ops 6 continues to boggle my mind by announcing collaboration after collaboration, and they are milking every last ounce of people's wallets while they can. It's turned me off of the game, and a lot of other people in the community seem turned off as well. Here's to looking ahead to Black Ops 7. Okay, people that have watched me before know I don't like this game, but it's the game that redefined a generation. Modern Warfare 2019. Gritty, grounded, and cinematic, it pulled Call of Duty into the new era. The campaign was unforgettable, multiplayer introduced a more tactical, weighty style, and most importantly, it gave us Warzone. A cultural phenomenon, a free-to-play titan. This game was the spark. And to this day, as much as it pains me to say, it's still the blueprint for what a great Call of Duty should be. Gritty, grounded, and fun as hell. Just like the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, Modern Warfare was a playground for great characters, fan favorite Captain Price returned to the fold, and we were introduced to Farah, who is now a staple in the Modern Warfare franchise. Gave us one of the most realistic missions in Clean House, which was eerily similar to the real-life mission to kill Osama bin Laden. The only thing holding campaign back, in my opinion, was the villain. General Barkov was ruthless, but lacked the depth of great villains of the past. Multiplayer is the reason I don't like this game. In my opinion, one of the worst multiplayers ever made. This is one of the most divisive topics in the COD community to this day. No red dots, no dead silence perk, terrible maps, recipe for disaster. The only saving grace was the gunplay, some of the best we've ever seen. The Call of Duty is make or break on the maps for me, and they missed by a mile here. I can't argue what Modern Warfare did to Call of Duty as a whole was a net positive. It brought in a brand new community and player base, but I think a lot of the decisions since this game have alienated some of the long-term fans of the franchise like myself. One thing's for sure though, we'll always remember where we were when we got our first Warzone victory. Black Ops Cold War is a mixed but memorable entry. While it didn't match the polish of Modern Warfare 2019, it delivered a bold campaign and a strong zombies mode, with multiplayer that got better over time. Its tone and style were distinctly Treyarch, paranoid, weird, and daring, which helped it stand out in the Warzone era. The campaign is stylish, cinematic, and refreshingly bold for a Call of Duty title. Set in the early 1980s, it leans heavily into Cold War paranoia, espionage, and psychological manipulation. With branching storylines, dialogue choices, and multiple endings, it gives players more agency than usual, and I loved every second of it. Multiplayer had a rough start, launching with limited maps, 8 to be exact, and inconsistent weapon balance. It leaned more toward arcade-style gameplay, faster and looser than Modern Warfare 2019, which some people prefer, but it felt very much like a Treyarch game. Over time, post-launch support improved the experience tenfold. We got some great new maps and some awesome weapons, which kind of set the bar going forward for post-launch support. Cold War Zombies was a fan favorite revival, reintroducing round-based survival with Die Machine while adding the new Outbreak mode. Outbreak wasn't for everybody, it was a fun new take on COD Zombies. It balanced classic undead chaos with modern systems like loadouts and skill upgrades, which is part of the reason I don't like zombies as much anymore, but at the time, it was new and exciting. While gunplay felt like a step back from Modern Warfare 2019, I liked the arcade feel. Launch content was thin, but improved so much throughout the lifecycle. Cold War Zombies was a standout, and Warzone integration, while clunky, was serviceable. Cold War takes the number 2 spot. Modern Warfare 3 sounded so exciting on the surface. Zombies meets DMZ, remastered classic maps, the return of Makarov, and it mostly delivered. Thanks to amazing post-launch support by Sledgehammer Games, Modern Warfare 3 was able to thrive the entire year, and why it's able to take the #1 spot here. I'm going to get the worst thing out of the way here, the campaign. This should have been a DLC added on to Modern Warfare 2, plain and simple. I found the linear missions fun and very on brand for a Modern Warfare game, but the open world missions fell so flat, feeling uninspired and hollow. The return of Vladimir Makarov was also very underwhelming, but maybe Modern Warfare 4 will get redemption in the campaign and close the Modern Warfare story for good. The multiplayer is the highlight of Modern Warfare 3. Classic movement returned, slide cancelling was back, and the gunplay is just as tight and punchy as you'd expect. All 16 maps from Modern Warfare 2 2009 are here, fully remastered. It's pure nostalgia, until you realize those maps weren't designed for today's pacing or mechanics. But they made it work, and overall, I was pleased with the pacing. The post-launch support was the best it's ever been, and this should have been the norm moving forward. We were constantly getting new maps, new weapons, and new aftermarket parts, which always made the game feel fresh and exciting. I never felt the burnout, which is the sign of an amazing Call of Duty game. Zombies was another big gamble. Instead of round-based survival, Modern Warfare 3 offered a large-scale extraction-style mode built on the Warzone engine. Sound familiar? Yeah, this is basically DMZ with zombies. The map is huge, the missions are slow, and the tension? Barely there. Hardcore Zombies fans were hoping for something new, but what we got felt like a lazy reskin. Overall, the campaign was a glorified Warzone tutorial using recycled content, but we don't play Call of Duty just for the campaign. The multiplayer carried the bulk of the weight here. We got the Modern Warfare 2 nostalgia, fast movement, good gunplay, awesome competitive maps, new aftermarket parts weekly, and a full year worth of amazing support from the devs. Modern Warfare 3 is the best Call of Duty of the Warzone era. Modern Warfare 3 being the best of the new era might be considered a hot take by some. I think it was an easy choice. Agree? Disagree? Let me know your rankings down below. And hey, if you're still grinding Rebirth or getting PTSD from Caldera, hit that like button and subscribe for more Call of Duty videos every week. I'll see you in the next video. We'll chat then.